Could happen at any moment. The first installment of the 12 working days of Christmas. Be listening. Programs today and iPad.
How about that?
Might happen at any point.
You got to be listening.
We start with Robin in Birmingham, Alabama on the phones. We'll take your phone calls now at 866-WE-BE-BIG. She's listening to 104.7 WZZK. Robin, thank you for your patience holding in the break. Go right ahead.
No problem. Hey, I just wanted to bring something out to y'all's attention for y'all to check yourselves. This whole time with Cam Newton, I felt like y'all had kind of been on the up and up. I haven't felt like y'all been biased or anything. Mm-hmm. But today, when you've put such a spotlight on it and said you're not allowed to talk about this, if you're a Christian person, which is totally right, we shouldn't talk about rumors. But we talk about rumors in the sports field all the time. Rumors about a coach that might be fired or that might be leaving to go somewhere else. So when you focus so much on Cam today, you're kind of not following what you do. And I just kind of wanted y'all to check yourselves a little bit. Today's the first day.
Well, did you hear me say that, though? I said, throughout this whole process, like if you look at the way that I commented on things 4 years ago, it's different than the way I've commented on things last year. But, if we say that somebody may be fired, if that's factual, that's happening, then you're allowed to comment on it. And I just said, look, the bottom line is the point I was talking about is, and I heard it again today, there are people who say, and play songs and hold up signs that Cam Newton took $200,000 to play for Auburn. I mean, they don't say it like there's an allegation that he did. They say it's a fact. And look, let me be clear, Robin, just like with this Reggie Bush thing, 5 years down the road, I may have to come back on the air and say Cam Newton's not the man that I was told he was, and he did receive money, and this university's, they were boosters involved. It may come out one day that those things are fact. I'm not saying that they can never be declared fact. I'm simply saying the reason why it's brought up again today is because, and we wouldn't be talking about it if the NCAA had not released their statement yesterday, because up to that point there really is nothing else to say about it. But today, even though this ruling's come out, you hear these sportscasters and these different people that are continuing to say, like the phone call is, if I heard it this morning, ESPN says, well, they still got to deal with that phone call when he told Mississippi State he went to Auburn because the money was better, but that's not a fact. That's absolutely not true. The NCAA says they can't find that phone call, and the person who said that happened claims he can't find it either because his phone fell in the toilet. Well, see, then it turns into gossip and hearsay, and all I'm saying on anything, and I would say that and I also said there have been times in the past on political figures, celebrities, that I was guilty of gossip and bearing false witness, and I shouldn't have done it. But just because I've made the mistake in the past doesn't mean that I can't say it's right or wrong.
Absolutely.
It's still right or wrong, whether I even practice it or not. It's still right or wrong.
Absolutely. But I would just hope, coaching changes are going to be happening here in the next couple of weeks. I would hope that we would take the same stance.
I will agree with that. I totally agree with that. And if I don't, which is the great thing about having brothers and sisters in Christ, I love to be held accountable. I want to surround my people with men and women who will hold me accountable because that's the only way I grow. And so if you hear me being inconsistent on this topic, then, because this has been more personal to me, God's using this to teach me a lesson. And if you see me violating that lesson, I want you to call me out on it. I invite that. So thank you.
That was the only reason I was calling today. Y'all have a great day.
That's perfectly appropriate, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, Robin. Of course, we comment on stories that have been published, too.
And if you say they're allegations,
said something,
yeah, and be clear, my problem in this story and others is when someone stops saying allegations, someone stops saying this isn't proven, and start talking about something as if it's fact when it's not. And it's almost like the NCAA comes out and says, well, we found out these other things are being said weren't true, and somebody says, well, that's not good enough for me. I'm still going to say they're true. That's all I'm saying, and I hope everybody hears that. I'm sure they don't, but I'm just telling you. Here we go, installment number 1, the 12 working days of Christmas. Up for grabs on the first shot of the 12 working days, the iPad from Apple. About a $900 gift. And how will you win it today? Through a little something we call Rick and Bubba's Good Old Boy Theater.
Now, Rick, this baby here has got 32 gig of memory. It also has the 3G capability. So
that baby there?
This baby right here, Greg.
Bubba,
that's what you need because you ain't got to worry about making a call on it, and you get all that cool stuff.
What are these things around
here?
If you want to call,
you say? Good night.
About 800, about 8 bills.
There we go.
Right there, and it's just going to fly. It's going to fly away like a little bird right into somebody's
It don't
hand.
pretend to be a phone like the iPhone.
Bubba will now read. He'll quote because he doesn't read it. He will quote from one of his favorite Shakespearean works.
Where's my hat at?
And of course,
get it off Brett Favre over there.
You have to identify what Shakespearean work that Bubba is quoting from. If you get that correct in Good Old Boy Theater today, you are the first winner in the 12 working days of Christmas, and an iPad is yours.
Do y'all like that?
Now, Bubba, we've told people how
I bought this in Hoax Bluff, Alabama, by the way.
Did you really?
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that.
We told people how to play. We haven't told them we haven't told them why we play.
Rick, hardly a day goes by that somebody doesn't come up and tap me on the shoulder and say, "Sir, have I got a college player for you if the price is right?" And Rick, usually after that, they will go, "Bubba, are you that guy that just gives us all that barrage of culture on the radio?" And I say, "Well, sir, yes, I am. Thank you for noticing." And Rick, shortly after that, they will say, "Bubba, tell me this. Why do you continue this barrage of culture?" And I say, friends, we are living in a cultured area. And if you don't believe me, you just tune over to PBS and check out Celtic Women any night.
That's
Songs
right.
of the Heart.
That's
Celtic.
Right.
It's Celtic in America.
That's right. Even Tom Doran said that.
And, Rick, when you have that much culture, you can't just leave it lying around. No. The government will pick it up and put a tax on it for some unheard of reason. So it's up to Rick Burgess and myself to feed the beast, feed the beast, feed the beast, because the beast must be fed.
Ladies and gentlemen, what famous Shakespearean work is Bubba Bussey quoting from in today's edition of Good Old Boy, the Theater?
Breathe, defiance.
Yes.
To thine ears.
Wow. Yes.
Defiance.
Yes.
To thine ears.
A little. Did you go off mic for one?
A little bit. Got caught up in it.
Yeah. One more time, Bubba.
Breathe. Defiance. To thine.
Bubba now pausing for effect. The theater circles is called the Caesura.
Look how he pauses, Rick.
Look at that. Frozen in time.
It's like the thinker.
He is.
Ears.
Ah. Boy, very good. Wow. Any hints at all?
Well, Rick, it's not Hamlet.
If you think you know it, 866-WE-BE-BIG is the number. Get it right. The iPad is yours. And day one of the 12 working days of Christmas. We go to Earl in Opelika. Earl, what Shakespearean work is Bubba quoting from in Good Old Boy Theater?
Bubba, you cultured son of a gun. You done got me. Is it Macbeth?
Macbeth is not McWright, but thank you for McGuessing.
That is not McWright.
I can't believe a guy named Earl didn't know his Shakespeare.
McDarn it all.
Who'd have thunk it?
Let's go to Ross in Tuscaloosa. ZBQ 94.1. Ross, what Shakespearean work is Bubba quoting from?
Yeah, that's a tough one today, but I'm just going to throw out a guess for an iPad. Let's say Othello.
Othello is not correct.
Nope.
But beware the Moor.
That's right.
He's out and about.
Boy, I'm telling you.
And he means business, baby.
Let's go to Christina, Ozark, Alabama. Christina, do you have the answer in Good Old Boy Theater?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
Christina, do you know the answer?
Christina.
Christina.
Are you about to lose your iPad?
Coach, the iPod's flying away.
Christina, the answer, please.
Are you talking?
Good. Oh, my gosh.
I mean, my goodness.
You just lost an iPad.
Let's go. Steve in Anniston, Big 95. Steve, go ahead. What's the answer?
Hey, guys. Henry IV.
Henry IV, the nursing favorite, is wrong.
Oh, wow. You tooped me a little bit, buddy.
He tried
to set up. Yeah, it's a curveball.
To Hannah.
Slider outside.
Hannah in Albertville, Alabama. What do you think?
Could it be, I hope I'm not saying what he just said, Henry V?
Henry V is not correct.
Not correct.
It's so hard to talk while you Google.
Josh, Moody, Alabama.
La la la.
Loves, labors, lost is still not correct.
Oh, man. La, la, la.
That's big here.
Scotty in Huntsville. Scotty, welcome to the program. What do you think?
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet.
Or Romeo and Juliet.
Oh!
You are correct.
iPad.
Correct.
Scotty, are you watching on YouTube, by the way?
Scotty, are you looking on YouTube on Ustream?
You ought to, because I'm holding up your iPad.
We're holding up your iPad for you to see it.
Like Carol Merrill.
Scotty,
I'm driving down the road, man.
You got an iPod for Christmas, my brother.
iPad.
I'm sorry, iPad. You're right, Greg. Thank you, Greg.
That's what I'm here for.
By the way,
caught that, Greg.
Greg just corrected me in something technical.
iPad.
Scotty, we'll put you on hold. We will ship it to you, the iPad, and you are the first winner in this year's 12 working days of Christmas. We're putting you on hold, Scotty. Got to get some information, okay?
All right, thanks.
Thank you,
I just
brother.
knew somebody from Huntsville would get this. I mean, they're so tech savvy. They know culture, Rick. When you go to Huntsville and you're on one of those side roads right off the main road, an access road they call them in some places,
Right off the Parkway.
you realize that is a dadgum cultured area.
Yeah.
If that big rocket ain't enough.
You're right.
Bubba, I know sometimes, you know when people put something on, they forget it's on. He's still got his little headdress on.
Yeah, he's got a hat on.
I think he's forgot.
Scotty in Huntsville, 100.3 The River, wins the iPad. Day one of the 12 working days of Christmas. 11 working days remain. Will you get the next Rick and Bubba present? You need to be listening.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
We're also getting inundated with this story today about the high school player in Tacoma, Washington, that allegedly was flagged for dropping to his knee and pointing to the sky after scoring a touchdown, which we've seen many players do over the years.
Nick Fairley?
The player says it was something he does every time he gets to the end zone to honor my Lord. Because I play for him, I give him the glory because he's the one that gives me the strength. And undoubtedly, according to this story, we don't know the facts on this, that he has been doing this the whole time he's played there and has never been flagged for it. But this time he was flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct. And we know in high school that the rules are, and I know in our state, I assume it'd be the same in this state, I don't know, that you cannot do any sort of celebration in the end zone or it's a penalty. And this time the referee called it unsportsmanlike conduct, and there's a big, hullabaloo about it there because they're saying he had done it all season, and it had never been that was never considered unsportsmanlike to go to a knee in the end zone, like you're praying to God or giving God thanks. So anyway, they're playing for the state championship, so undoubtedly they won the game anyway this Saturday. But it's a huge story. I mean, Fox News even reporting about it today, and they were supposed to interview the player on Fox News today.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're this ref, you're loving that, aren't you?
And it's real quick too. It's just boom, knee down. I mean, it's there he is there. That's
Well,
just big.
again, it goes back to this, and Bubba and I have talked about it so many times. Our goal when it comes to officiating and umpiring should be that we try to set up rules to try to keep referees and their calls from deciding outcomes of game.
I say keep them to a minimal altogether.
That should be our goal. It seems like our goal is let's have them officiate everything as opposed to let's have them officiate less.
It's sad and comedic all at the same time. And also sad and comedic is whoever gave me this cup this morning.
Now, what have you
that
got
I've had
there?
my water in.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed. It looks
The
like
top's on crooked.
It looks like I've been at a car wash.
Something ain't right about it. Let me
today.
see that. Let me see
No,
that.
we've tried to fix it about 8 times.
Something
Every
ain't right
time,
about it.
Why
every
don't you
time
have
I
your-
take a drink of water, it throws water
Why
on
are
me.
you drinking out of a sippy cup anyway?
I don't know.
Where
is my acrylic
Where's your
Rick and Bubba?
Where's
There
your
you
Rick,
go.
Where's your Rick
It's
and
only
Bubba?
got water in it. It shouldn't require
There.
washing.
There, it was on crooked.
Just turn it up over you. Leave the cap on and turn it up.
Why don't
Watch
you
it.
have
We-
your Rick and Bubba acrylic no spill cup?
See, I didn't put it in here, so I don't know.
Available
who
at Rick,
found that.
That
available,
thing has got me all morning.
available at rickandbubba.com.
It's still, you're doing something to it. It's true. I mean, seriously, I've been wet about 15 times from that thing today. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm throwing it away.
Y'all
as a
are
matter
like
of
my
fact.
kid. No, No, don't don't throw it away.
Yeah, it's going away.
Throw it away. Let us use it for our shakes.
It's going in the garbage.
This is a shaker. It's not even supposed to. You do have a little big sippy cup.
You know
That's
what?
you got.
You know what Bubba should
That
have.
thing is trick. It's like one of those candles you can't blow out.
They are.
And
like,
every
they
time
are
you
like
grab
little
it
kids,
and
know
you
that?
try to drink out of it, yeah, hey,
Hey, notice nothing spilled.
you got water right there. You're whopping up with your elbow.
Hey now. That's because it flew.
You got some by your phone too. You gotta be careful.
Yep.
That cup's just causing all kinds of havoc.
I'm telling you, that cup is one of them trick cups.
You know
Somebody
what you-
got it at one of those stores downtown from Spencer's or something.
You know what you should
squirting
have?
flour.
If you're gonna be drinking it, you need the acrylic Rick and Bubba no spill cup.
Or Rick and Bubba rain jacket. One or the other.